So today we're on the way to Foxtown because we need fuel. We've heard you can do laundry there. There's a nice restaurant and a small grocery store in case we need anything. But yep, definitely would come back to Grand Sail Key again. Very peaceful, very quiet, pretty good anchorage. There was some nice beaches and walks. We're the Redneck Redcoats and we're sailing SV fresh to Solden.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now. Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in a big mess together. But we found a way to choose right from wrong. We found the strength to go on together. To go on together. Yeah. To go on together. To go on together.
St. Chad's Anglican Church in Foxtown. That would have been cool to have gone to.
Foxtown sounds kind of like the fictional town that my friend made up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Foxton.
One of the first things we did when we got to Foxtown was go to this small grocery store that was owned by the same people that own the restaurant across the street. We had every intention of eating at the restaurant that was across the street from the store because we had heard it was a really good restaurant. Unfortunately, it was too early in the morning and they weren't open. So we did our shopping at the grocery store and then we asked the restaurant owner, where can we go to find a restaurant that was open for breakfast? Because we didn't intend to stay in town long enough to have lunch or dinner. He gave us directions to a little cafe down the street by the gas station.
Open Doors Ministries, families are welcome.
Bohemian chicken and potatoes.
Oh, you'll be alright.
It was fun.
Yeah, it's too hot to eat.
I don't think Lexi's impressed.
It's too hot to eat.
We need to find out how much we owe.
Chicken and potatoes. Bohemian style.
She asked if we wanted more lemon or pepper, and I said yes to pepper. And she brought, this was like a tiny bit more than this in it. I put it in a little tiny bit in mine, and Steven put some in his, and it's super spicy. Like
Yeah.
I wonder if I could get like just a big container of this.
Yeah.
So we just came from that dock back there. You had to go through all these rocks to get out. We didn't spend a whole lot of time in Foxtown. Steven took the girls and I back to the boat, and then him and Talon came back for fuel.
So we're off to get fuel. So we just got got diesel, but we didn't have enough cash because the Park's place only takes cash. So we had to run and go and get some cash from somewhere. So Traverling were willing to do cash. But when we got back, Park's place had made a jar of spices especially for the trail. They said that we just felt something very familiar and a spark in your family, and we wanted this to be a blessing for you because they knew that the trail really liked the spice that we put on the chicken that we had for breakfast this morning. So I had a chance to pray with them and get to know them a little bit because they're believers as well. So yeah, if you come to Foxtown, you definitely want to check out Park's place. Lovely couple, and yeah, Foxtown is definitely a town that I'd like to come back to. So this is for you from Sandra at the restaurant that we were at this morning.
It's like a whole jar of the sauce.
Yes, they went out and rushed out and made it. They said there was something very special about our family and they felt that they needed to make that for us as a blessing.
So you didn't pay for it?
So we didn't pay for it.
Wow.
So I got their names, I took a picture of them, they're believers, and they said there was just something about our family that stood out.
Hold that.
And they said the longer you leave it, the hotter it will get.
So should I refrigerate it? Did they say that?
So I will.
It feels kind of cool, like it's been in the refrigerator, so maybe I will. So you went back to the store, or they saw you getting gas and came over?
They own the gas station too.
Oh. So this is like, it's a pickle jar, but it's full of the pepper sauce that they had.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to buy like a container because it was really good. Yummy. Can't wait. As soon as Stephen and Talon got back, we got the dinghy unloaded, got everything put away, pulled up the dinghy motor, and then pulled up the anchor and got ready to go off to the next island. So what you doing?
Surprisingly enough, wing on wing.
Seems to be working pretty darn good.
Yeah.
After we left Foxtown, the most exciting thing happened. We caught 3 fish back to back. One tiny little lizard fish and then 2 huge mackerel. We weren't sure about the regulations on the mackerel, so we threw the first one back. But then we did some research, and by the time we got the second one, we knew that we could keep it. So we had mackerel for dinner 4 days in a row. We have 2 ropes on the dinghy and one of them broke. So we kind of hove 2, just bobbing around in the middle of nowhere while Stephen puts a new second backup rope on the dinghy. So what are you doing? Why are we stopped in the middle of nowhere?
One of our ropes broke.
Okay, what happened?
One of our ropes broke. We just put tying on a quick safety line.
One of the ropes to what?